Hi, I'm Wendy Lowy Sloan, and this is What's Up with Wendy's podcast. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I began my career in New York City as a television producer for talk show legends Phil Donahue and Geraldo Rivera. And for the last decade, I've used these experiences to create my unique style in interviewing hundreds of A-list celebrities, newsmakers, comedians, musicians, reality stars, fitness and nutrition experts, best-selling authors, and so much more. So I hope you enjoy this wide variety on my podcast. I hope you'll share and subscribe. And again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of What's Up with Wendy's podcast. I hope you'll subscribe and share on any of your favorite platforms. My guest today, she is a powerhouse of a woman, the former star of The Real Housewives of Miami. We talk housewives, career, motherhood, divorce, and all about her popular Skinny Latina line, and so much more. She's fabulous. Anna Kakosis is joining me. You won't want to miss this. She's a powerhouse of a woman. She's the author of 3 cookbooks, a lawyer, food entrepreneur, editor of Miami Vibes magazine, Latina celebrity chef, creator of the popular Skinny Latina line, and former housewife of Miami. I am thrilled to welcome to my show, I can't believe it's for the first time, Anna Kakosis. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me. So fun to be here with you today.
So fun. And I was born and raised in Miami.
Oh, really?
Yes. Born and
so
raised.
Then you know all about this. You know all about this good Hispanic food.
I do. And I want you to tell us about that. But before we get into all that, any chance you'll go back to the Housewife franchise?
No.
not a chance.
That's the $100,000 question. Look, I'm happy that I did it. I really am. It opened so many doors for me. But I think that I've kind of outgrown that. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just have so many other things that I enjoy doing more than talking about shoes and fighting about, I don't know, but honestly, it was a great opportunity. It was a great platform. I had fun. I think having the experience of being on reality TV, and I've kind of done a lot of reality TV. I don't know how I became a veteran of reality TV, but I've done Food Network Star, which was a competition that was the hardest thing I've ever done. It made Housewives look like a walk in the park. And then most recently on The Prophet, which was also a little heart-wrenching. And but yeah, I mean, all those experiences kind of helped create who I am today and given me all this resilience.
No, I like what you said. You've said it before. You said, if I had to do it all over again, you would do it, but you're not going to do it again.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. I would do it. That's the way I feel about my ex-husband too. It's so funny. People will say I was married for 23 years and it's like, do you feel your marriage failed? And it's like, absolutely not. We were kids when we got married. How do you view a 23-year marriage as a failure? I mean, it ran its course, but we're great friends. We have these 2 amazing daughters. We've done a great job with them. And so I think that's how I feel about most things. I don't have regrets about anything. Everything has been a brick in the creation of this whatever
of who you are, of who Anna Kakosis is today.
Combination of.
I like that you said that too, because you wouldn't have, if you didn't have your marriage, whether it be 23 years or not, you wouldn't have had your daughters. And you said that
Absolutely.
Even though you did The Real Housewives of Miami, you said that during that time, your daughters, it made it less traumatic for them in a way.
It really did. It really did. I think that one of my storylines was my divorce. My ex-husband is really a great guy. He's very funny. He uses humor to bring levity to all situations. And I think that we had an opportunity to talk a lot about the whole, marriage thing and kind of use humor to make it a little bit more palatable, no pun intended. And I think that we had conversations that we might not otherwise have had. So right. Yeah, I think it definitely served a purpose.
Some people would say playing out in front of an audience like that, especially on one of these reality shows, would be the other way. But like you said, doing that, having that experience, you would do it. You wouldn't do it again, but you would do it all over again. It led you to who you are today. And all these experiences, we grow from them, we learn from them, and maybe you wouldn't be where you are today. And I agree with
No,
you when you
I
talk about
definitely wouldn't be. Yeah.
the being on the profit. That was gut wrenching to watch.
I'm sorry, I missed that last thing you said.
It was gut wrenching to watch on that. That was like
Oh
harder for
yeah,
me to watch than an episode of The Housewives.
yeah. It really was. It really was. Oh, you mean the Food Network? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that was tough, right?
It was really tough. It was really tough. It was one of those things because people don't realize not all reality TV is created equal, right? On
Right.
Housewives, you don't really need to know how to do anything, right? But when you're on a show like Food Network Star, you're cooking for 15 hours a day. Everything is in real time. When they say you have to do 30, portions, and your time starts, and you have 30 minutes, and your time starts now. Your time starts now. That is a real thing. There's all sorts of FCC laws involved that require everything to be very fair. And
Right.
yeah. And
they do make it fair, which is what makes the show so successful and so popular because it is real. You are a self-taught cook. When did your love of cooking start from the very beginning?
First of all, I was a fat kid, so
I can't.
I really started liking food more than cooking. But my mother was a great cook, and I always say I went to the Culinary Institute of my mama. She tried to keep me. She tried to keep me out of the. She tried to keep me out of the kitchen at first, and then she put me at Weight Watchers when I was like 6 years old. But then after that, she couldn't keep me away for very long. And it's just, I don't know, I just feel that it's like the place where the kitchen is where at least my daughters and I have had the best conversations, where we just...
The heart of the home, right? The heart of the home.
Yeah, it really is the heart of the home. There's just no other way to see it. And so I'm drawn to that. And I really don't cook to eat because I don't really eat a lot of the food I cook, which is really just a testament to the fact that I love the act of cooking and feeding others. Right. People sometimes tell me, why don't you eat your own food? Are you trying to poison us? It's like, no, the enjoyment to me is in smelling. First of all, I taste along the way and entirely too much. And just tasting the food and just preparing it, that's where my enjoyment comes from. That's where my satisfaction lies.
I love that. If you just I'm talking to, she's a former housewife of Miami, but she's more than that. She's a powerhouse of a woman. Anna Kakosis. How are the girls, by the way?
My girls are doing great. One got married in March, and she is pregnant now.
Congratulations.
After the wedding, no shotgun. I know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And the other one, my girls are 11 months apart, so the other one gets married on December 18th, and she's kind of driving me crazy with all the preparations, but I'm looking forward to it.
I can't even, mine are 12 and a half months apart, a boy and a girl, though. It's different. I couldn't imagine two weddings that close together. All right, share with us some heart healthy. Yeah, you're like, why are you doing this to mommy?
And you know what they said? They go, when you have two kids 11 months apart, you probably should expect that you might have weddings close together. So that's your irresponsibility.
So on top of everything else, you're going to be a grandma, but they're probably not going to call you grandma, right?
No, we're joking around with it. She's like, what do you want them to call you? I'm like, Instagram. But I don't know, but definitely not grandma.
Definitely not
sure.
grandma. I can't see that. I can't see it. So tell us, share with us some heart.
I'm glad you can't see it.
No, I can't see it, but I love listening to you, and I love that you're a straight shooter, and I love that you say it like it is. And I just like that you're so real. And I think that some people, when they hear, oh, she was on the Housewives, no, but you're different. You're definitely, one of a kind. And I appreciate the realness of you too.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. You know what, that I really have always respected the viewers, the listeners. I think they deserve respect. They deserve honesty, and they're a lot smarter than we give them credit for. They can see right through fake stuff. So I don't do fake very well. You do
not.
And
that's right. And life's too short, as we have all seen during this pandemic. We don't need any of that fakeness. The Skinny Latina.
Yeah.
Were they comparing you to Bethany at all with her skinny line? And was that a whole big thing with you?
Yeah. Bethany at first wasn't happy about it, but the truth is, and I've had conversations with her since then, the word skinny, nobody owns it. In the year that I trademarked Skinny Latina, there was more, that word was trademarked more than any other word in conjunction, with other things. And before she came out with her stuff, there was Skinny Pop, Skinny Cows, the book Skinny Bitch, which became super popular. And so, I also have not gone into the liquor business. My thing was strictly, sauces and marinades. And honestly, Latina and girl aren't the same thing.
That's right.
Mine is very, specific, but, she has that cheater. She thinks everything's a cheater brand.
So whatever. So there you go. Okay.
Whatever,
so share with us some heart healthy Hispanic meals that you're going to tell us, and where can we go get more information about this, and tell us what's next for you after that.
Okay. Well, I want to share these two recipes with you, and I'll just give you a really brief. One of them is a chicken and rice dish, which is more like a risotto, but it's really, really good. It's probably my most favorite comfort food. And then I have some steak tacos that are made with just skirt steak and a mango slaw and some tortilla cheese. And yeah, it's these dishes are really the kind of dishes that your family will really enjoy, either cooking together or even preparing together. Great game day meal, great, one pot dinners. I use Mazola corn oil because, it's really proven that it can make our hearts healthier. And, National Cholesterol Awareness Month is very important.
Yes.
That we, as Hispanics that have these issues with cholesterol and heart health, be weary of that and use things that can just kind of give us that little edge without depriving ourselves of the recipes that are traditional, and just by making smarter choices. So you can get all the information on these recipes at mazola.com. There's a lot of inspiration there, but I'd love for you to go on there so you could see them and try them, because they're easy to make, and we're using better for you ingredients. And what's next for me is I have a fourth book coming out. I'm doing some more TV. My partner in Skinny Latina recently purchased or bought Anthony Bourdain's old production company.
Oh, wow.
So we're working on a lot of TV projects, and just anything having to do with food and anything that's, a nod to my heritage, which is very important to me, and working with brands that I love, like Mazola. All those things are just, that's another thing that's very true about me. I won't work with a brand that doesn't fit with me. I recently got a call from like a vodka company, and it's like, oh, we're a vodka that's like $500 a bottle. And it's like, we have it at Live, the club. And it's like, I never go to Live, and I'm never going to have a $500 vodka. So no, I'm not going to represent your brand. So,
I'm not either.
To be honest, I won't, pimp something that I really don't believe in. Let's put it that way.
Like I said, you're very real, and you're about to be a grandma, and a second wedding is on the way. So congratulations and mazel tov to all of that. And come back when your fourth book comes out. I'd love to talk to you about that and talk to you some more, Anna.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I would love to.
I would love it.
So much fun.
Especially our Miami bond. So hello to Miami.
Okay.
And she's the former Real Housewives of Miami celebrity chef, cookbook author, Anna Kakosis. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. About 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. And approximately 1 in 10 breast cancer patients have a genetic variant that increases the risk of developing the disease. Joining me to talk about her journey, her personal journey, SurviveHER founder and multimedia personality Lindsay Levingston is joining me today, and she's helping raise awareness of genetic testing. You won't want to miss this. October, as we know, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Joining me to share her powerful breast cancer journey, help raise awareness of genetic testing. She's multimedia personality, breast cancer survivor, and founder of SurviveHER. Welcome, and I'm so thankful for you to be here, Lindsay. Thank you for being here, Lindsay Levingston.
Thank you so much, Wendy, for having me.
I was reading your story, and your story is